Hi lovelies, a tiny catch-up video. I've now got Onion OS running on my Miyoo Mini Plus, and I've been able to copy over some of my games. So let's boot it up and show you how it looks. So the process was very easy to install Onion OS. I had a spare SD card floating about, and I just copied over the necessary files. It all started up. So it's just moaning at me about retro achievements because I don't have Wi-Fi switched on. Let's go to the home screen. Come on. There. So this is how Onion OS looks. Isn't that pleasant? So let's go into the games, show you all the systems. So now I've got everything copied over exactly where I wanted it. And Paperboy! Yay! Turn the volume up. Whee! You get the picture. So let's go back to the home screen. I've copied over a few ROMs as well for PlayStation 1. So let's go into PlayStation. You can see I got Final Fantasy VII, Symphony of the Night. These are all games I own, by the way, in case anyone was like, oh yeah, you're pirating. Well, no, not really. I've bought Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1 at least 3 times, and I bought it on PC, I bought it on iOS when it came out, and I got the remastered one as well, so, you know, I think I'm entitled to use the ROM, to be quite honest. So let's see how this looks. This is Final Fantasy VII, running on the Miyoo Mini. Didn't have to do anything special to get it working. Didn't have to do anything special at all. That's running really nicely. So yeah, isn't that great? What I did also is I used Scraper, that's S-K-R-A-P-E-R, and my subscription to screenscraper.fr to go through and pull down all of the screen art for all of these systems. The exception being the Amstrad CPC, because I've got about 9,000 images for that. It takes forever to scan and open. It only does this the first time you open the folder, in fairness. But yeah, I've scraped all the other systems, so they have their box art, all that nice sweetness. Yeah, really enjoying Onion OS. Absolutely love the console. Couple of little gripes. I'm not sure if this is the Miyoo Mini or the Onion OS. This little guy here in the middle, this acts as both your task switcher, to be able to quick switch between games, and also to be able to get back to like your main menu and stuff like that. it's kind of woolly as to which one it thinks you want to do. So sometimes I press it because I want to quit back to the main menu, and it's like, oh, I think you want to double back to the game that you were playing yesterday. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of annoying. Also, to be able to get into all the various RetroArch controls is a little bit tricky. Like if you want to save state or fast forward, backwards, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's fine. I'll get used to the shortcuts. It's just a question of me learning what they are. And yes, this is still scanning the Amstrad CPC. I've also got some of my Amiga 500 titles working on here, including James Pond. It's a little bit tricky. Not running them. Running them is easy, but working out how the heck you actually get into a game, because the Amiga 500 obviously had a keyboard, it had a mouse, and different games have different ways of being interacted with, particularly as so many of them on the Amiga were copies. So they'd have these weird loading screens where it would say, oh, this was cracked by so-and-so, and it's like, well, how do I get out of this screen? Is it the left mouse? Is it the right mouse? Is it a keyboard shortcut? There's, in the Amiga 500 emulator, you press select and you get a nice on-screen keyboard and mouse emulation, soft emulation type thing. It's basically a question of clicking around in that until it goes. It's a little bit of a pain in the neck, but it's, yeah, what are you going to do? If you want to play things on the A500, you've got to make sacrifices. James Pond, of course, James Pond 2, rather, codename Robocod. It's available on other systems, but oh, the Amiga music. God damn, that console had a good sound card in it. Alright, well, this is still going, and to be honest, I don't think I can actually back out of it, so I'll leave that there for now. Those are my impressions. That's Onion OS, that's Final Fantasy VII running up quite happily, and Paperboy as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!